Whether it's down to obscure questions or ridiculous challenges, there are few things more bittersweet than seeing someone else fail on a game show. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 hard-to-win UK game shows. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we have not taken celebrity shows into consideration, so as tricky as Stephen and Sandy's questions may be, QI doesn't feature today. Number 10, the £100,000 drop. Previously called the £1 million drop, this agonising game show has enough jeopardy to make you want to watch from behind your sofa. Contestants start with £100,000 and are given a series of difficult and often obscure multiple choice questions. The probability of losing money is pretty high, as the contestants must put as much of the cash as possible on what they think is the correct answer.
No, mate, how sure are you? I'm sure. Let's put our sure.
Anything put on an incorrect answer drops and disappears, creating plenty of heartache and tension, and a lot of sore losers. Winning anything is hard, winning a lot is almost impossible.
Yes, you are!
Number 9, Countdown.
Times the 2 together for 672 and take away the 4 for 668.
One of the UK's longest running game shows, Countdown sees two contestants go head to head in a words and numbers battle to score the most points. They must select and sort through 9 letters and find the longest word, as well as the odd math round thrown in for good measure. All while the notorious countdown clock plays its very recognisable theme, which surely must be a distraction to anyone playing. It sounds basic, but to win this game requires an in-depth knowledge of the dictionary and top-notch calculating skills. Or maybe you just need to be Moss from the IT crowd.
It actually already is a word. Tenettenber.
Number 8, the Krypton Factor.
Across the high balance and down the fireman's pole for Michael Cave.
A true test of physical stamina and mental ability, this very hard-to-win show took its name from the fictional home planet of Superman. And you certainly needed superhero skills to stand a chance of being the victor. Requiring both brain and brawn, it is fiercely competitive, with challenges ranging from memory and observation tests to intense obstacle courses.
Did Ed just kick James in the head? Seems a little harsh. If anything, it sped James up down the cargo net though.
Hosted by Gordon Burns throughout the 70s, 80s and 90s, and Ben Shepherd during its short noughties revival, whoever would eventually win the series could certainly consider it a huge achievement.
Thank you.
Number 7, The Chase. Hosted by the charismatic Bradley Walsh, this show involves a team of contestants trying to take home as much cashola as possible, whilst being pursued by surly and serious brainboxers. Each member must come head to head with one of the chasers, whose intimidating nicknames include the Beast, the Dark Destroyer, and the Governess.
That's right, Chaser has put. Goes right with Sinatra also.
Typically, at least one person gets a shot at the final round, but the questions can be very tricky indeed. And the notorious chasers are frustratingly smart. Well, most of the time.
Charles first.
Stop the clock, Daddy's wrong.
Number 6, The Cube. This is probably the only game show that can be described as a mix between good old-fashioned pub games and a strange enclosure at your local zoo.
The path is only 20 centimeters wide, Johnny.
Each contestant enters a clear perspex box, a la David Blaine, before trying to defeat a series of increasingly difficult challenges which test balance, memory, reaction, and so forth. Up until its first hiatus, only one person had won the full jackpot on the UK version, none other than the legendary Olympian Mo Farah on a celebrity special, who came away with £250,000 for charity. Number 5, Ninja Warrior UK.
Propel yourself.
A true test of strength and agility, this game show, based on the Japanese program Sasuke, requires superhuman abilities, concentration, and strength. Contestants face a series of obstacle courses, which become more and more difficult as the heats progress.
He's got to do a reverse jump across 6 feet of thin air, and he's got to catch himself. Yeah, he's done it, Kelly!
The final games are enough to make your arms ache just watching them, showing that to win requires practice and immense focus. The lesser skilled challenges, however, provide plenty of slapstick humour, which cracks up the hosts, whose lineup includes the legendary Chris Kamara.
Don't go for the jump, don't go for the jump, Georgia!
Don't go
Number 4. Eggheads. The bafflingly smart Eggheads, a team comprised of people you wouldn't want to face in a pub quiz, make this incredibly difficult to win.
I'm going to go Belarus. I think your logic's perfect. Belarus is the right answer. Well done.
Individual contestants from the opposite team take turns facing one of the Eggheads, with the loser of the head-to-head facing elimination.
I'll go first, please, Jeremy.
In the final round, the surviving contestants play the last remaining Eggheads, which is more often than not an advantage to the latter. If this doesn't hamper their chances enough already, the questions require some very obscure knowledge. Plus, the Eggheads are ruthless. Number 3. Mastermind. Starring surely one of the UK television's, or perhaps television in general's, most famous chairs, this quick-fire question game is renowned for its difficult questions on very specific topics.
And your name is?
David Sutherland.
Your occupation?
Retired.
It is even said that the creator, Bill Wright, came up with the idea based on his World War II experience of being a prisoner of war in Germany and the way in which he was interrogated.
Pass.
From which seasonal affliction are the male members of the Wilcox family suffering, according to a letter that Helen Schlegel writes to her sister Meg from Howard's End?
Hay fever.
The setting is definitely an intimidating one, with its dark room, pressure-inducing spotlight, and chilling, ominous theme tune. Under this kind of scrutiny, even the brainiest can stumble over simple questions.
Correct. In A Passage to India, Professor Godbold sings to Mrs. Moore and Adela at Mr. Fielding's tea party. He explains afterwards that it's a religious song, and he put himself in the position of a...
Wasp.
Milk maiden.
Number 2. University Challenge. Led by the famously intense Jeremy Paxman, who acts more of a demon headmaster, 2 universities send their brightest 4 students to answer some extremely arduous questions.
The abbreviation FTNMR refers to the mathematical technique used to analyse the output from nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy.
Getting onto the show is tricky enough, let alone winning it, as those who get to meet the producers are given a written test to see if they have the correct baseline of knowledge.
Brazil. Brazil is correct, yes.
Famous former contestants include Stephen Fry and Christopher Hitchens, while the programme has been ripe for parody through the years, such as when Scumbag College showed down against Footlights College in a particularly well-known episode of The Young Ones.
Born in 1311 of Manchurian stock, he came to...
Scumbag Neil.
Can I go to the toilet?
Number 1. Only Connect. Named by The Guardian as one of the hardest ever UK game shows, this true test of cranial tact requires some serious general knowledge.
Yeah, they all mean bear.
They are all names derived from bear.
Some of the rounds include finding the link between facts that otherwise appear to be clumped together at random, as well as completing sequences.
It's more specific than that. All these people have been CEO of Google.
So, are you up on your key parts from previous Olympic opening ceremonies? Or do you know what links the intensity of cosmic microwave background radiation, Norwegian banknotes, and gestures made by footballers? If so, this is the quiz for you.
You were talking about Terence Malick and Art Malick and Tom Paine, and that's all very brilliant, but these 4 are the members of One Direction.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.